Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. I'm going to share with you today BPS Knives. They are made in Ukraine. They give money to the Ukrainian army and their knives as well. And they are really cheap, but well-made, small or fixed blade knives in general. And they run the gambit of really cheap to up to like $100. So definitely in the budget territory, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good quality knife. And I'm really excited about this. This is a Puukko, and I think it's new. It's a Puukko knife, and it costs $25, $10.66, and I'm really excited to share this with you. You can see right there, made in Ukraine, and this entire package is eco-friendly. What does that mean? I think it means basically they don't have any plastic anywhere in here. Yeah, I mean, this is cardboard. Look at this sheath. Nice, thick leather. Some good rivets sewn together really well. And this kind of finish on the side here, you can see like this is a high-end sheath from Lite knives, right? And you can see how thick the leather is. It's just as thick as a premium quality. And this feels good too. And I like the shape of it. I'm going to assume it fits really nicely. The only thing this is missing is maybe a grommet down here to keep the point from poking through, but not necessarily needed at the $25 level. All right, so let's take a look at this. First, I'm going to ask you to please smash that like button. Leave a comment. It really helps the channel. Turn on notifications. And as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters who actually this next month we'll get a chance to win a Lite knife, which is a $250 knife for my Patreon supporters. So join now before I do that drawing. Oh, yeah. So this is ash. Very nice. If you don't know anything about ash, it is the metal that made America. All of the tool handles in America when they came over here were made out of it. Bats for baseball made out of it. Lots of furniture, carpentry type tools, everything ash. Good straight grain, very strong, weather resistant, great wood. And you can see there's no plastic in any of this, which I think is pretty cool. And it's covered in cardboard here. So let's take a look at this guy. First, before I do that, though, I just want to say that this is definitely a small knife, so we're going to be comparing it to my other small knives, as well as some others. It's very flush here, full tang, bolted on, simple little lanyard hole. Again, this is $25. Covered in machine oil, it's absolutely fine. Just going to wipe that machine oil off. Look at that sexy little knife. 1066 tool steel, carbon steel. A little magnesium in there, sulfur. I believe this is heat treated between 56 and 58. It's going to be very easy to maintain and sharpen in the field. And it will has for a tool steel at $25 is going to have relatively a very good edge retention. There's nothing wrong with this steel. And that spine is pretty darn sharp. It's not quite as sharp as LT Wright spines. What do I mean by that? I mean LT Wright spines. The spines on LT Wright knives are notorious for being very sharp. Is it fair to compare it to this? Not really. But I don't know if you can tell, but this is a XL workhorse from LT Wright. But very sharp spine right there. This is almost the same way. Why do you want a sharp spine? Well, you can scrape wood. You can scrape a lot of different things with your spine, and you can also obviously scrape a fire steel. This type of Puukko design, this knife is a finish type design, and it is exceedingly good for, is this almost looks like a convex Scandi. I think it's just a Scandi though. Is exceedingly good, for bushcraft tasks and as a small little knife for all kinds of things. I mean, Scandi grind, I mean, people sometimes have grandmothers that had Scandi knife grinds in their kitchen, and that's what they used, right? So this sheath feels just a little bit too small for the knife, but I'm going to say that is because it needs to sit in there for a day and start to get used to. Yeah, it's going to be fine. So what I'll probably do is soak this leather in water and then put the knife in there wrapped in some cellophane, some plastic, so that so that it won't rust the steel, and it'll be good to go. Probably also going to put some knife shield on here just to protect the 1066 steel. But overall, it is going to patina. That will happen with this. Obviously, right there says, I don't know if you can see it or not, says made in Ukraine, 1066, BPS Knives. Let's do a sharpening test. Do I have any good paper here? Don't really have a good sheet of paper. Yeah, but it is definitely sharp. This is not the best piece of paper to test this with. Hold on one sec. All right, this might be a slightly better piece of paper. Yeah. Even doing a little bit of a scroll puncher cut, very good. Tip is very sharp. This looks like a 3/16 thickness. That's a wild guess. And we've got a sharpened length of 3 inches and a total of 7 inches, making this a small type in fixed knife carry. A lot of my other fixed carries are upstairs because I use them a lot, but here it is compared to an Overland Sport. And here it is compared to an M1 Backpacker Pro from White River. So yeah, the other day, I think I made some kind of comment about, I basically only have fixed blade knives made in America because it seems like the only good ones are made in America. And I kind of forgot about BPS, especially their budget, how budget friendly they are. And there's a lot out there. There's some of them, specifically the one called the Beta, which I believe is $66 for the military, and DBS, Dutch Bushcraft Boys. They have their budget version. They have a DPS Bushmate 2 Bush Friend 2.0. I actually just bought one because I want to check it out, and it's $66, $50, and it comes with a leather sheath and it comes with a fire steel. So I'm going to be checking that out on the channel soon too. But this just goes to prove me wrong that there are actually some budget knives out there in this range. And I don't want to get political, but I definitely support Ukraine over Russia. And I think that I think that whole situation is effed up, and the fact that they donate money to Ukraine is definitely a selling point, or to the Ukrainian army, definitely a selling point for me. But this is a very simple, sexy Puukko with a nice leather sheath for $25. It might be the best fixed blade bargain out there, even more than the I hate to say this, even more than the Mora. Of course, there's Mora and Holtafor. I guess I should have mentioned that before. They obviously get love from me too, and I've definitely mentioned them in the past. But the Holtafor and the Mora for $16, $18, depending on which one you get, like the companion or one of the small ones. For $7 or $8 more, getting this with a much better sheath seems like a no-brainer. And they only have high carbon steel. They don't have 1066, and I think 1066 is better than the steel that they're using. I think they use 1095. I don't know, maybe 1095 and 1066 are the same. Maybe you can correct me. Am I wrong? What does Mora use? I'm blanking right now. But still, screaming good deal. So check out BPS Knives. There'll be a link down below. This is just an unboxing and a first impressions. My first impressions are this is excellent. I will do a full review of this later. Ergonomics are great. I think the value is going to be great. I love the ash handles. You could actually, just a thought here. This is obviously hex attached here. You could take these handles off, and if you wanted to make your own handles for these in practice or whatever, get some nicer material and make your own handles, you could definitely do that. That would be very easy, and it'd be a good way for you to start to, explore customizing your own knife yourself. I don't think I'm going to do that, although I could. I don't think I'm going to do that because I do actually really like ash, but this is very plain. It's just stained, so I could definitely paint this, or I could stain it a different color. I could do different things. That's pretty cool. I don't know where I was at. I do think that this is a screaming good deal. This is a boxing and first impression. I will have a review of this eventually down the road. Yeah, very cool. Oh, I'm just now noticing. Dude, you should have stopped me earlier. Just noticing now. Dude, this is look, I just made it an in-pocket carry, Mom. I just put an ulti clip on this, and now I've made this into an in-pocket carry. I realize that this does not have a clip on it or a belt clip, but it does have 3 jimps right there. And so what you can do is, or 3 grommets there. I'm sorry, my words are escaping me today. Today has been a hell of a day at work. But all I need to do is take this ulti clip and put this in here. And then now I'm going to have, is this going to work? Oh yeah, it's going to work. For a second there, I didn't think it was going to work, but yeah, it fits inside the rivet. And then I can put this on here. And will that work? Maybe this is too thick. Maybe I need deeper screws. No. Yep. Maybe this won't work. Maybe I need to look into getting bigger screws for this, but I think it's going to be very easy to turn this into an in-pocket carry with some form of multi-clip as well. Very, very cool. I am highly impressed with this. Yeah, right here I have some deeper screws, so I can use these screws here on that, and that'll be great. Very cool. So check out my review later. Link down below for this. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters who will get a chance to win a Lycian little Canuck at the end of this next month. And all you have to do to enter to win is become a Patreon supporter for $3 a month. Follow the link down below in the description, not the YouTube members thing. And you too can get a knife. Leave a comment, helps the channel. Like, subscribe, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time on Sharp Ends. All right, this is where I take my photo. It's my photo opportunity. Okay. Does that look like a good photo for the thumbnail? Looks pretty good. All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.